rise from their exploits and grow. In the spotlight they belong. WBL stands strong.
Hi everyone and welcome back to WBEL Season 3. So this is the round 3 of the playoffs for the blind division, and as usual I'm with Chisei and GB79.
Hey there.
How's it going, guys?
Pretty fine.
That was good.
Yeah, it's hard to keep this drive more than 5 seconds.
I mean, that intro is classic at this point.
Alright, so today we're going to cover the series between Woody Wins and Chisei. We're expecting a great matchup, and I expect you to win, Chisei, because I don't want to lose to some guy that's going to lose the next round. If you're going to beat me, I mean, go for the top and win it all, okay?
I want to lose out of spite. No.
Alright, so yeah, Woodstock wins against Chisei, so they not like VS against the Chiseans. So guys, what can we expect for the first match?
Yeah, going to be an interesting one. So, I mean, Woodstock is a player who really has, turned it on and gotten better as the season progressed, not unlike some of the other folks that are in the playoffs. And it just seems like he's gotten better, each time as he's gotten more comfortable and made roster adjustments and that stuff. So we do know that he has some new additions to the team with Vega and with Ramada Winter. We've kind of seen what Ramada has been able to do, with full reincarnation support. So does an absolute ton of damage. So a very strong unit for her cost. But you can't discount the units that have kind of gotten him here thus far, like the evasion looks that he has, as well as the VV there that he's used a couple of times. So it does have that magic threat. Chisei, on the other hand, he does have Skahal. He's used quite a few times. So like the Black Mage definitely, I think, has been one of the stronger looks from Chisei thus far. He does have the Stern, who he's used quite a few times. Does have the Bronwell, so a lot of different looks that he can go to here, different units. Doesn't seem to have any sort of evade threats here, so won't need to worry about any sort of accuracy concerns, I don't think, from Woodstock's side. If I had to make a prediction here from Woodstock, I think with the threat of the Oldoa, I probably wouldn't be looking to run any sort of physical right off the bat, so maybe kind of go to a magic look here from Woody. Chisei, I think I'm going to be watching for that Oldoa maybe with the Mish and the Severo in game one.
All right, I'm not going to say much because I know what I brought, and I will say that from Woodstock's side, I was concerned about pretty much almost everything from his roster. I mean, you kind of have to respect all of it. Like JB said, he has the evasion, he has a powerful magic DPS and VV, and he has the Greatsword team for a powerful physical DPS. So I really, it's not really any one angle I could really capitalize on. So I kind of had to spread my team a little thin when it came to building to try and cover for all those different options.
Yeah,
the game ones are always good for a surprise, like we've seen in some of the other series. So, you can never discount somebody making like a cheeky pick from the flex position, but maybe something unexpected could be brought out here as well.
Yeah, that new rule for the flex unit, it's really been a success this season. It brought really a lot of surprise, especially for game number 1.
Yep.
All right, so let's check what they used. Okay.
All right.
And just like you said, there's the flex rule coming in right there. Just surprising me with the Sakura. Not something I expected at all, but also a pretty smart choice. I was expecting the VV off the bat. For like JB said, a powerful magic threat, but did not expect the Sakura, which means that he's able to use a strong tank with the Warrior of Light.
I think that's a good pick. I mean, Sakura, she has some pretty decent AoE damage, especially on the limit burst, and then she's got a couple other strong AoEs that she can do up close. So I don't know. We'll have to see if Skahal has enough to carry. I think that he does have a slight range advantage And obviously with his imperils, you know, the units behind wall are not going to be lasting very long. I think, you know, once Skahal tags them. So it's going to be, you know, who hits who first. Skahal does have his upgrades with his limit burst, so if he gets that off, I think he can absorb some HP and kind of get some healing and bring him back over that courage threshold, so can't be one shot. And then you do have the Mish on both sides, so the CT down could be maybe the deciding factor here and kind of the turn order advantage. So we'll have to see how it plays out.
Really like the Sakura pick. She's really great against magic. Our LB also gives her more protections against magic. So, and it's also a really great pick to nuke Brownwell. It might be because of our talk together, because we talk about my series against Chisei, and probably mostly said that if I've lost to Chisei, it's because I suck, and and I think that he mostly brought that Sakura to prove a point. So it's maybe not that, but I really hope for him that it's not because of that.
I mean, like I said earlier,
interesting setup here for Woody with the kind of the split position with Wall over on an island. Hopefully Chisei brought the magic resist penetration card here, because I'm going to anticipate he's stacking a lot of magic resist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one thing that I was looking at here, especially that move there. I really didn't want to see. Mish just kind of moving, grouping up with the team, and not doing anything himself, which lets him get the taunting blade up, which gives him plenty of hate. So my team is going to be stuck on him for a while.
Surprising damage there from
Camilo.
4.2k.
And that Mish that went to group with that Warrior of Light, not good for him. Next we're going to have a Mish. So Abyssal Mire. No, Farragut. Okay. Not enough to... Only chip damage on both. And now there's the Sakura. Don't go in the middle. Okay, so she's going to be safe at least for one turn against Skal. Let's see. So Eternal Pain, too bad for him. He's wasting it on that Mish, so one shot. So Mish is gone. Next is there's going to be a Skal, so probably going for... Can he reach all of them though? He's too close, so probably not there. So Tondaga Disposer, so killing the Mish, doing a lot of damage on that Warrior of Light, but he has a massive heal back, so there... okay, only a basic attack from that Warrior of Light. Next is Cameo, what's going to do? So Wicked Pommel, probably a weakness of Warrior of Light, so 5k, it's a lot of damage. Next is Sakura time, so let's check that out. She's not moving, so that's good for him. Oh no, the counter. Okay, at least it's not that much, doing a lot of damage. So now we have a Skahal, but he has HP absorbed now though, so if he does a lot of damage, it's going to be really troublesome for so for Woody wins. But he might be in range now, so yeah, going a step further. Yeah, Tondaga Disposer, and now she's out.
Wow.
She's frail. It's like a truck, but she's really frail.
Yeah, I was even surprised that he could reach Sakura there, especially with the turn prior. I didn't expect, if he couldn't reach her then, I didn't expect her to reach her then. So, yeah.
That was crazy. That was, you know, I mean, you mentioned the LB upgrade there, giving her some, you know, additional magic protection. You wouldn't think so. You have the way that she just got trucked there by the Skahal, but you know, we've seen in the past how good that Skahal can be in those kind of 1v2, 1v3 situations, and with the MA3s and things and LB upgrades that he's, you know, received over the last, you know, 6 to 9 months or year or whatever, he's even better now. So yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I was running Sakura with in between 76 and 87 magic resist, so she could go even higher than that, so she can go to null magic technically.
That's crazy. And
I think the setup there from Woody was actually very good, and I think it was working out exactly how he probably was drawing it up with the flank there from Sakura, but unfortunately she was just only able to get the Mish there with her LB, and I think that was really the key of the game. The fact that she could only tag that one unit, that ended up being the difference, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, and I know one thing. What he was upset about was just the fact that Mish went and hugged the Warrior of Light earlier in the game. You know, I still don't really know why he chose to do that or what reason he had to do that, aside from maybe affinity. I'm not entirely sure, but that also definitely didn't help his case there.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be affinity related because his modifiers are going to have dex included. All the old units do.
All right, so let's jump into the next match. So the Bronwell Little Lila against Kane, Vinera, and the Warrior of Light again.
Okay, interesting switch up here on both sides. Chisei going to the Bronwell Little Lila. This was a team actually that I think I was the first to break out this year in WBEL, and it was a very, very good one. Woody Wins, on the other hand, he is sticking with the Warrior of Lights. We saw how tanky he could be there, so it's hard to chunk through. The Venera and the Kane is an interesting choice here. So going for the dark and light combo, maybe with a very hard to hit Venera if she's fully kitted out and reincarnated, which I'm sure she is. So hopefully Chisei is respecting the accuracy. I'm sure he is. So love to see how it plays out.
Yeah, on my side I was preferring Rain, but unfortunately for me I was always going after Gurn's back and sustain, so I got unlucky every time.
Yeah, Rain versus Gurn's back is not a fun matchup there. But
Kane could be a pretty sneaky pick here too with his limit burst. If he's able to get off a slow onto multiple units here, that could be a game winner right there.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect the Kane. I don't know much about Kane, so when I saw him picked, I was like, I have no clue how this is going to go. You know, it's just like I said, it's that flex rule, really just adding that throwing that rich into the plans that like I said, I don't even know anything about Kane, so this match really could have gone either way. I figured since I was up a match, I was able to try out another team.
12k HP.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Yes, it's a lot, and I was also not expecting that at all. I was surprised Bramwell wasn't in range to hit Venera there, but that ended up, being nice for me because I was able to get my haste TMR off.
Nice.
Which is one thing that I was really, really worried about in my mocking.
And going for the LB, so she's
LB, yeah. That should get her the guaranteed
hit nullify, yeah.
Does land the poison there, so that could be key here.
Yeah, because I think that she had... Okay, no, not Little Lila, okay.
That silencing spell could be huge here on the Warrior of Lights with the healing power reduction.
Yeah, I think it's 50 healing power down, right? Oh! Okay, you're hitting, but not one-shotting that Vinera. Okay, that's odd. Next there's going to be that Kane, probably. Okay, no, a simple jump will be enough. 7k. Okay, so she's down. Next is a Cameo. I don't think he's in range. Okay, so you didn't add the missile sub-job. Okay, so dual trigger. Oh, CT down. Okay, so a lot of damage on that Cameo, but not enough to kill him. Silencing sweep, so pretty accurate. So Venera is down. Next is a Warrior of Light. I really hope that this Kane continue to pack a punch, otherwise it's going to be in big trouble. Let's check that out. Sentinel. We don't see that skill often. Next is going to be Brownwell. She has plenty of AP. A lot of damage on Woody, so a heal back. Next is Cameo.
Look at a pretty big heal back there.
Yeah. With the healing power down, that was not what I wanted to see.
So Warrior Flagged again.
Bronwell is going before the Kane here, so that is absolutely massive.
No. Yeah, the haste really paid off there.
Does have the courage though.
If he lands the LB, he might have a chance, but otherwise, I don't see how he could win this.
And he does go for the LB, which, keep in mind, I still didn't know what Kane did. So when I saw that slow land, I was like, oh no, please don't.
Yeah, but he already had to do like 10k damage. Oh, he's jumping in the air though. Oh, but he's going right after turn. Not enough. I don't think he has courage.
No, I popped the courage.
Oh,
Is it done? Then let us move on.
congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats
to Chisei there. It was a good win, but pretty impressive performance there from the Kane. It's a unit we don't see very often, and that is something that the Shrine of Remembrance has allowed us to awaken, and put to their full potential some of these units that would otherwise, not be putting up much of a fight. So. Hats off to Woody for making it this far. He had a great season, and like I said, started off a bit slow, but definitely kind of caught fire as it went on, and put up a competitive match against Chisei. But unfortunately, I think when you lose that first game, it does kind of put you on the back foot a little bit, and I think Chisei was kind of anticipating maybe a little bit of an evasion look, and packed the accuracy to be able to counter it. So Venera was not much of a factor there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was able, to speak with him afterwards, and it was, a great chat as always. I always love getting to chat with Woody in both the preliminaries and the playoffs. Really solid guy, and I was mad that apparently we lived in the same area this whole time, and I only found out once he moved.
Yeah.
So, of course, is how it goes. But no, I know this match in particular was a little rough just because of the fact that, once again, his strategy was spot on. It was really good to have the Venera doing the flanking while with the Warrior of Light taking the hate. It was just unfortunate that the Warrior of Light just didn't take the hate early enough, and Venera got a little too far ahead. And so she was able to get taken out early because, you see my Bramwell's health now. I don't have any sort of courage or re-raise. So just one additional hit from the Venera might have been enough to really seal the game in his favor. So it was just a little unfortunate with the AI, which, as he mentioned to me later, is why he likes manual. You don't have to worry about the AI doing something wonky like that. But
yeah,
it was...
No, it was definitely like a nice split team strategy there once again with kind of breaking off the units. I think though that the mobility of Venera there was the problem with the strategy, and the fact that she got so far out in front allowed the AI to make that choice in hitting her. So I think that was kind of the breakdown of what happened there.
I have a question for Chisei. I appreciate the attention, but why did you bother putting a third fight?
For the suspense.
I was already spoiled. Woody wins, great player. I mean, he's a manual champion. Won the only official tournament that we had. Woody won it for the manual side. He's really a great player. Also, super funny to talk with. A class guy. I only have good words to say for Woody. We will miss him for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt. I mean, he's a legend from the manual side. I've had the pleasure of playing against him for 5 years now in the game, and we've had probably not as many as I would have liked to fight against him over the years, but we've definitely have had a number of good fights, and definitely some back and forth, in those bouts. So yeah, we know that he won the official manual tournament. Was it a year or two ago as well? So hats off to him. He's a great player, and we'll remember him fondly from the War Divisions days.
Absolutely. See the work that you're making me do?
Yep.
The dummy third fight.
Always gotta make it a little harder for you.
All right, so the next series is going to be Chisei against LXD92. So congrats on Chisei for being the champion of the blind division.
Thank you.
So at least you kept this promise. You went forward, so I didn't lose to a loser. So you're going to represent us proudly in the blind division. Wish you luck, man.
Thank you. I'll need it. We saw the matches with LXD. It's going to be a very difficult fight, so going to need to prep a lot for this fight.
And this one goes to best of 5 now, or is still best of 3?
Still best of 3.
Still best of 3.
So yeah, like it's written on the top right of in the gray corner. So it's best of 3 until the grand finale. Then the grand finale is going to be best of 5. Thank you guys again for participating. It was fun as always. It's always a great time each Sunday nights to pass it with you.
Thanks as always for having us here. I'm always glad to get to Shoutcast, see some fun matches, and this time around I get to watch my own relive the fight I had with Woody, and that was it was, like I said, as you saw, it was a really close one, really good fight.
Definitely, man. I mean, it's been a pleasure to kind of take part in it as well, and hats off to you and all the organization and all the work that you put in the editing and maintaining of the league. So kudos to you, and it's going to be remembered, I think, fondly for a lot of us, who have played in these community tournaments over the years. Both yours and Kayson's, I think, have been a bright spot for this game. So thank you for your efforts.
And yours.
Thanks a lot.
yeah. Gotta add yours, Steve.
Yeah, I've been only implied in the community with tournaments for the last maybe year and a half, but it's been much longer than that, and I mean, you've passed way longer the editing video than me, so yeah, hats off to you, GB, of course.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've kind of run out of steam myself to kind of have a last hurrah here for any tournaments, so sorry to anybody that was kind of hoping for a last one for me, but I think, I ran a good 30 plus, on the manual side. So maybe even more. I'll have to go back and count it. So yeah, we'll do kind of some postmortems there over in the manual server once all is said and done.
Yeah, there's also the I've decided, since GB you decided to take this very well-deserved break, I decided to host the last manual tournament. So it's going to be in my server, but it's going to be a rip-off of your tournament, GB. It was, I mean, it was already so well organized, so I just decided to keep the same. Also, people don't like change, so it wasn't the best time to like change rules and everything. So yeah, it's going to be. I think that last time I checked, there was 14 players subscribed, so it's a lot. Honestly, for the last one, I'm really surprised. Of course, it's going to be too late to subscribe when you see this video, but anyway, I hope that you still follow it, and we'll try to do a live stream with this one. And if GB, you're interested, we could shotcast the last 2 series together.
I think I could be down for that.
All right, it's on video. So.
Set in stone.
All right, thank you everyone. Thanks for watching, and we're going to see you in the next video. Thank you everyone.
See ya.
40 hearts aligned in play for the tourney of the might. The Black Enthusiast League is here, with friends and foes so near. An epic journey to the top, never resting, never stop. Wbel calls our name, together for the grand game. It's the place to be right now, cheers and shouts we scream out loud. Numero 80 leads the way, Chisei's voice will guide the play. Heroes bow for all to see, champions rise from their exploits and rule. In the spotlight they belong, Wbel stands strong. They aren't blinding, they're enthusiasts, and not all clairvoyant, but they are all charming in their own way. Heroes bow for all to see, champions rise from their exploits and rule. In the spotlight they belong, Wbel stands strong. They aren't blinding, they're enthusiasts, and not all clairvoyant, but they are all rise from their exploits and